Hello Hero, it's Lucy Lannon with a love reading for people in a couple of polycule or anything sort of vaguely attached. Let's go. We have a Six of Cups with, I think, Sedidimus. I always forget the guy's name. There is a sense of someone from the past that is a protector. That could be a partner that you go back a long way with. Then there's a King of Pentacles, someone who is good with money or good with the body. Or both. Probably both because it is David Bowie. Let's have a look at this. Then we've got a Knight of Wands and somebody looking into the looking glass. All right, it's coming through that. There's somebody that you feel very connected with. It could be a partner, etc. But you almost feel like they're distracted by looking at screens, or they're sort of lost in their own world with some kind of nostalgia because of that six. Maybe somebody from your partner's past has just come in recently and it's throwing you off. There's just something going on with that where you're watching them watching something else, right? And it's not you. But we've got a 10 of Wands here. I think they're feeling overburdened. I think there are people in their life with this being a Skeksis card that are not the best for them at the moment. And that's not this past person. It's almost like there's too many stressors with other work things or friend things or something like that coming in, so they go to escape with this like looking glass thing, whatever it is, whether it's like retreating into a game or looking at someone's Instagram or whatever, and you're kind of watching them do that and you're thinking that they're trying to escape from you, but that's not the case. We've got a Queen of Pentacles with Kira, so they really appreciate you, and particularly your stability in comparison with all of these very chaotic things going on at the moment. So I would advise you to stay in a stable energy around this and to keep it all kind of in check, because I don't think there's anything untoward going on. I think they're just really overwhelmed. And then we have a Six of Cups again, but with a Skeksis this time. So maybe you're slightly overprotective in that you think that, like, yes, even if they're distracting with this thing, maybe a person at the other end or a situation at the other end is still not the best for them, right? That's where you're coming in of like, okay, but it's not just like a jealousy or a dissociative energy from my end. It's that I'm actively concerned that they don't have the same intentions as something at the end of this, right? At the other end, sorry. Eight of Pentacles with Kira, again, very systematic, very steady. That's representing you, whatever your gender is. But also the Eight of Pentacles is like, okay, take it step by step. Maybe have a conversation that is very like stage by stage, where you lay out what's happened so far, not in an accusatory way, but just in a kind of like, this event was this, and then there was this event, and then there was this event. Now, what do you think of all those things in sequence? And you genuinely wait for their answer, right? You're not putting words in their mouth. You're not sort of trying to make any kind of judgments as things are going on. You're just letting them observe what it is that you've seen while you've been watching them watching something else. And then they tell you what they reckon to it. I don't think they'll be defensive about this. I think it's that, like, they just feel kind of sad, kind of overwhelmed, kind of betrayed by the people around them, and they needed something to escape to, and they haven't realised how that's affecting you. Nine of Pentacles with Sarah in, I think, the oubliette, and a Nine of Wands with Sarah and Jareth. So the Sarah and Jareth thing is good. There's a kind of coming together, there's a dancing together, there's like being in step with each other as a couple. And then the Nine of Pentacles is telling me, like, maybe you flirted with the idea of going back to single energy because you feel a little bit resentful that when they're trying to distract themselves, it's not with you. But again, I want you to have that very sort of step-by-step conversation with them, where without accusing them of anything or getting too emotional yourself, you just lay out how it is that you've been feeling and what it is that you've seen, and you let them explain what it actually was, right? Then with a Nine of Hearts and a Skeksis, or a Nine of Cups, sorry, I think if there is anything adverse at this other end that you're worried about, like if this thing is like another person, or I don't know, even a risky situation like they're putting too much money into gambling online and somebody's making money, whatever is at the other end is going to get what they want, and then they're going to piss off. But I don't think that that's getting what they want as in getting your partner or getting them hooked on anything or becoming involved with them in any real way. I think it's more just that, like, this is a very brief transactional thing from the other end and it's going to be over pretty soon. If it is another person, I think it's an attention-based thing, or just like a, oh, can I still talk to you? Yes, I feel powerful, bye. You know, it's not really like too serious at this point. And if it's not that, there's some kind of financial incentive to being in communication, whether that's a link to another person or something like that. But it's nothing major to worry about for you as a couple. It's just like an unfortunate string of events that needs a more calm conversation between the two of you.